Well, greetings and salutations, gentlemen. Looks like we have mostly gentlemen in the chat tonight. Good to see you guys. It's really good to see, the usual gang. Thanks for swinging by, guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully everybody's had a good weekend. I have, although the weather right now is a little less than ideal. You know, we had a snow dump and then raining today, so a lot of mush out there right now. So not what I really want. And of course, I have some meat sitting in a box outside. I was hoping that meat would stay frozen, but with this big thaw right now, I might have to start getting into my meat. That sounds wrong. I might have to start eating my meat real fast here, guys, if I can't keep it frozen. But anyways, that's where I'm at. It really is good to see everybody. Who's all here? Tomahawk is in the house. Tomahawk, man, prayers to you, sir. I hope you are feeling better and that you're on the up and up. I'll reach out to you later and you can give me an update. But yeah, guys, let's keep Tomahawk in our prayers or whatever it is you do. We got to keep you healthy, Tomahawk. Hopefully make a recovery here, sir. Who else we got you? Mr. Gas Gas. Good to see you, Mr. Gas Gas. You're going to have to watch the entire video that I have today. It's about 30 minutes because right at the end of the video, Mr. Gas Gas, is something that pertains to you. Anyways, good to see you, Mr. Gas Gas. Who else did I see roll in here? Kevin. Good to see you, Kevin. I hope all is well, man. And, you're staying dry and warm down in your neck of the woods. I'm doing good, thank you. Mr. Ardyford. Howdy, folks. I made it to the live, but sadly missed Friday night. You did, Mr. Ardyford. No problem. We have another Friday coming up. I have a good movie selected. I'm not going to say anything now. Tomahawk, don't say anything. It's an oldie but a goodie. It's an oldie. We'll go down a memory lane on Friday, but a classic. And I should do a little bit of an announcement here, guys. For those of you that may have signed up on my website, offgridwarrior.com, signed up to, get involved in chat and so on, and you didn't receive emails from me or the website, giving you details on how to log on. Well, I discovered an issue with the website. It wasn't sending out any emails or confirmations after folks were signing up for the site. So if you had any issues, please try again. You should be able to resend a password reset. If you're struggling, those emails should go out now. Also, I think it was Mr. Ardiford. No, you logged in. Was it Mr. Gas? Yeah, I did send you an email providing a new password for you and login details. I'm not sure if you received that. Check your spam mail, but I sent that off personally with the password for you. So check it out. If you have any more issues, let me know. Hermit Hob. Are you new to the chat? Welcome. I don't pardon me if you've been in before, but hey, good to see you. Hey guys, I gotta let Ranger out. Pardon me. I know it's so rude. Very unprofessional. Ranger, get it out. Oh yeah. That dog boy, he knows when we're streaming and the game begins. All right. Did I miss anybody, guys? Did I miss anybody? No, I think I got it. Mr. Beerfix, hi OGW and all. Well, Mr. Beerfix. Hi, is that a name change? I see that you may be a member already, but I don't recognize the name. Maybe you did a name change recently. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for swinging in, guys. I think I've got a pretty good video for you guys tonight. It's about 30 minutes long, and it's a little mixture of a few things. The snow. We've been through this little wave in the last week and a half of snow, no snow, then a good dump, and then rain today. So we've been all over the place. Temperatures have got down. I think the lowest I've seen here was a 26. But it's been hovering around the mid-30s for most of the days. Nothing too extreme. But, it's going to hit here soon. I think we're actually going to have a little warm-up, which is unfortunate for me trying to keep my meat frozen outside. So we'll see how it goes. For those of you who are perhaps new and you're not sure what's going on here, who's this weirdo with the strange lights? Guys, did you notice there's more cards up there? I finally got more cards up there, guys. Hey, Mr. Artiford, I did find your decal that you made. I found the envelope. So tomorrow morning, since it's still warmish outside, I'm going to head down and stick that on the snowmobile. It'll go on the visor, that decal. So, where was I? Yeah, so if you're not sure what's going on, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to show a video of my shenanigans up on the mountain here. I am off grid, haul my own water. There's no electricity. I'm into punishing myself, especially through winter. So what I do is I shoot some video and I share that during the stream here, and the chat will be open. If anybody has any questions or comments, constructive criticism is fine too, guys. I'm a big boy. So, you can tell me I'm insane or there's a better way to do that. And I'm totally up for for good info. So that's the idea here. You guys can get involved in chat, and we can talk about the whole off-grid thing. Being your own man, or at least attempting to, and staying outside of the hamster wheel, something like that. So, like I say, we've got a 30-minute video today, so I'm going to get it rolling, guys. And then if you want to, again, afterwards, we hang out for a while and just chat about whatever comes up. So we shall get rolling. Did I miss anything here? Yeehaw, I have more to send when I get to town. That's awesome, Mr. Artifed. We'll have Off-Grid Warrior decals all over the place here eventually. Okay, guys, let me, Ranger's outside whining. I'm going to let him in, get the coffee going, but first we're going to get the movie rolling over here. So let's go. Hopefully I set it up and we should be good to go. Click the right button. And let me know, guys, once the movie starts, let me know how audio is, all right, if we're good. And yeah, if you don't know, in the past I've done these really low quality resolution streams at 720. Last week and today I'm trying in 1080p. It's a high resolution here on YouTube. I do use satellite, so I have limitations. But let me know what the quality is like of the actual video. If it's buffering or anything strange happening, I'd really prefer to stream in 1080p. It just looks a little bit better. So give me feedback on that if you can, guys. All right. And let me know if the audio works as soon as I switch over here. Wow, I think I'm having a blonde moment here, guys. There we go. Let's do this. Well, greetings and salutations, guys and girls. It's Ranger and the hens and the rooster. And as you can see, a little bit of snow on the ground. We're going to give the girls their water. Hello, ladies. Yeah, it's water time. Let's get it in there. Try not to dirty your water too fast, ladies. Hello. Morning, all. Wow, I just gave this place a clean out the other day. It's looking like the danger zone already. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of snow, guys, and yeah, we're going to do a little bit of shoveling. Yeah, we've got to stay on top of the fun before the fun gets on top of you. Stay. Stay. Okay, we we've got to get some cleaning done here in the quail coop. They've been a little neglected as far as the cleaning department goes, and now that we're here at snow season, I need to do maximum cleaning in there and get some bedding in there through these cold months. So that's what we're going to do now. Let's try and do this. It's okay, ladies. Everybody relax. I know it's difficult. Need everybody just relax. It's okay. Oh my gosh. Are you trying to break a leg or a wing? Come on. Okay, ladies, look at that sweet little hidey spot you got here. Nice. Okay, you can move out of the corner there and move into your new digs. Nice. Okay, how are we doing here? I think the mostly ladies and a few gentlemen are totally digging their new crib. Okay, quail and chicken coops are good to go. Yep, the old beetroot. I've been a slacker on the beetroots, but they'll be fine. I've got a whole bed over there. I need to pull them all and get them pickled. In the meantime, it's the old chiconies. The chiconies get a little treat. Oh, it's a little difficult to do this with one hand. Can I do it with one hand? The joys of holding a camera and trying to film yourself and open strange gate mechanisms. There we go. Okay. Hey ladies, ready for some red poop? Make it happen. Red poop. Don't all get excited at the same time. Okay. Done my good deed for the day. Let's make some coffee. I need coffee. Well guys, a little emergency today. I got a last minute offer for a ride into town, and so it's I've been scrambling. This ride is kind enough to have come quite a ways to help me out. I need to get into town. I got multiple things I need to do: propane, gas, drinking water, and hopefully some groceries. So we're gonna try and get down the mountain using the quad, because I've got too much to carry with me by hand. So we're gonna see how this goes. Have no idea. We are in a bit of a rush, so I'm gonna hook up the cart and slowly try and make my way all the way down to the bottom of this mountain. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, we got wallet. Not that there's anything in there, but we need the wallet. I'm just gonna do all my checks, guys. Time to do the checks before we head down the mountain, because yeah, I've been down this mountain in winter before and realized, oh, I don't have my wallet or my keys or something ridiculous. Normal man stuff. Fingers crossed. What could go wrong, guys? Yeah, this is not deep enough for snowmobiling yet, guys. I'm not getting a snowmobile up here unless we get some really good dumps. Well guys, we got to town and we're heading home. I've got a light load in the back. Just got groceries. I managed to get 3 cans of gas. I got 3 5-gallon containers of drinking water and a propane tank, a 30-gallon propane tank full, which I've left down the mountain. I don't want to put too much weight in this trailer for obvious reasons. We're just taking groceries up tonight, and if we don't get too much snow tonight, I'll head down tomorrow and pick up the other items. Yeah, I stopped at the mailbox. Unfortunately, there was nothing in the mailbox. Bone dry mailbox, but that's okay. We got, at least we have some food and gas, guys. that's not good. I just slipped the clutch coming up here. That's definitely not planned. The clutch is definitely failing on me. Come on. Come on. Ranger, are you excited? Are you excited? I know you're excited. I can see, buddy. Stay. 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 Sit. Stay. Stay. And he's off. Well guys, we're heading down the mountain again today, and we're gonna make an attempt at getting 15 gallons of water, 10 gallons of gas, or is it 15? And a 30-gallon propane tank. We need to get all of that up here, and it's not all going to happen on one load. Clearly the quad is having some issues with the clutch dropping, so I don't know, we might do several loads up the mountain, and we might hand carry the items a small section of the way. I don't know how it's going to go, but we do need to get those items up here before everything freezes. So, well, let's go. Ready, Ranger? Ranger's ready. Okay guys, right now I've got 10 gallons of water and a 30-gallon propane tank in the cart, and we're on the edge as far as what the quad can, well, we're near the edge as far as what I should be hauling with the quad right now. Terrain is not steep at all, but I can feel the quad's really working, so fingers crossed guys. We don't want to kill the quad. I think we will have another load to do after this. Maybe 2 more loads. Ranger up ahead. Okay, so on to phase 2 of this operation. Get items home. At this point, I'm not going to take a chance with the lady up here. As we know, the clutch is starting to slip, and yeah, last night I slipped heading up there. So most of this is going to get carried up. Okay, it's the hardest part over. Okay, well, I ended up getting everything up the mountain. So I think, folks, that's all she wrote. Time to get a nice hot cup of coffee later. Guys, look at that. That is just beautiful. Right now, I am feeling great. I'm not sure how much you guys can see, but we're doing the little 360 right now. It's like a out-of-body experience right now, guys. Feeling so blessed and so invigorated. Exhausted, but invigorated. That is one bright light. Well, if I miss the critter, maybe if I'm lucky I can blind it to death. Bedazzle it with light. Okay, that's enough shenanigans for the evening. I'm feeling like a cup of coffee. Yes, cup of coffee would be nice. It's about midnight right now, guys. This is how we roll around here at midnight. This is how we party up on the mountain. Party like it's 1999. Okay, I know you guys don't want to hear me sing. I get it. I get it. What do we have over here, folks? Looks like we've stumbled upon some old hermit's meth lab up in the mountains. Wow, that must be where they cook the meth. I can hear Ranger. He's not going to be a happy boy. Okay, let's get the beast out. We'll unleash the beast. Okay. Close the gate so he can't make his escape. Hi, buddy. And he's off. Sorry, mate. Hey, buddy. I know. Hey, buddy. Ranger, buddy, I'm really sorry, mate. You know, I know you're a good boy. But because you don't ever listen to me and you're prone to running away all the time, I can't take you for these nice midnight hikes, buddy. I don't want to spend the entire evening whistling and shouting for Ranger. So moving ahead, I'd like you just to stay around me when we go for our walks. Alright, stay within eyesight. And the more you do that, the more walks you can go on. Okay? See guys, this is what happens when you live alone up on a mountain with your dog. You have these kind of discussions and you just pretend that maybe your dog understands you, but you know, he doesn't listen and he doesn't understand me, but oh well. It's coffee time, guys. Coffee time. Later. Well, I finally found the Obanoff's boot wax here. Heavy duty LP. I knew I had this stuff in a tote somewhere, and yeah, here it is. So we're gonna get some of it on these wonderful boots, courtesy Mr. Gas. Thank you, sir. We're gonna get them all lubed up and oiled up and greased up. You know, give them a little bit of protection out in the snow. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, that's what it looks, something like that. It's the best wax you could possibly put on your leather boots to give them good protection. Obanoff's. So we're gonna get some of it done. It's a chilly evening outside. It's about 24 degrees outside. We've got the wood stove going here, and of course Ranger's outside sniffing something. He's been wanting to spend a lot of time outside this evening. I don't know what's going on, so that's okay. Gives us a little more space here. You know, whatever I do, especially if I'm sitting on the floor in here, he's like all over my my grill. So I've actually left these boots near the wood stove for a while now. Get them nice and pliable. I found, you know, when I put on this wax, it's nice to have a warm pair of boots. The leather is a lot more receptive to taking in that wax. So when I've got a good coating on the boots, I will leave them next to the wood stove here for an hour or two, and then I'll repeat the process one more time once this first layer is soaked in. Okay, lay down. Lay down. Lay down on your bed or something, mate. You'll be working over here. Oh no, you don't want to lick that. No. Oh. Ranger. Ranger. You don't need to lick my boot, thank you. We're good. Yeah, yes. The boots have been waxed. And so we're going to let them dry. Get a good... We're going to let that leather absolutely suck in that wax. And then we're going to do it again. Right, Ranger? Are you going to help me? Ranger's like, why are you shining a bright light in my eyes? Okay, dinner time. Okay, hopefully we're back on track. Let me know, folks, if you can hear me in chat. Are we good with audio? Audio check, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Yeah, so that was some of the shenanigans last couple of weeks, or I don't know, there might be some stuff in there that might be almost 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks old. I don't know, somewhere around there. Yeah, let me know, guys, in chat. Are we good? It could be a delay tonight. Yep, audio good. Awesome. Thank you, guys and gals. Yeah, so I think so. The latest on Scout, folks, is he's supposedly has been adopted by someone in Libby, and he never left Libby. He wasn't sent to Spokane. I'm not sure why the animal shelter here gave me that long nonsense story, but apparently he's in care here in Libby, and there is somebody who's adopting him once he has been had his man bits snipped. So I mean, that's what I wanted from the beginning. So you know, that's where we're at with Scout, Doggo Scout. So I don't know, we might do a check-in just to see if anything else weird went on with his adoption. But yeah, he is supposedly being adopted by someone in Libby. So that's that one. What else we got here? What did I miss? Audio all good. All right, good to hear. Yeah, I'm really happy about that, Mr. Artiford. You know, the last thing I wanted was I would have never handed a dog into a large city shelter. I expected when I handed Scout to the shelter here that he would be adopted locally here in Montana, not end up somewhere in Spokane, Washington. So, but again, that didn't happen. He's here in Libby and being adopted. So that's all I can ask for, guys. What else did I miss here? Pardon me, guys. You know, got the glasses here and trying to still squint at this monitor that's down there. Yeah, so Fast K Tim, we're Ranger is still with me. That's the dog you saw in this video. But I actually found a dog that had either been abandoned or found its way up here, probably abandoned. So we're talking about that dog, and I held him for a few months, but then ended up opting to take him to a shelter here. So it's a long story. I won't bore you, but you know, yeah, the dog in this video is not the dog I'm talking about. Ranger is still here, and all is good with Ranger. He's arranging and marking everything. What else we got here? Glad Scout will get a good home, but just don't like how they lied about it. Yeah, that was very bizarre how that whole thing went down. But it's in the past. Mr. Artiford, glad you got your beats. Well, Mr. Artiford, to be honest, those are just a few. I still have 90% of them in the ground in the greenhouse that, yes, I know, need to come out. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me come up with excuses for getting my beets pickled. We have some latecomers. Natal, good to see you. Good to see you. Family plan's in the house. The legendary family plan. Okay, I'm here. You can start the video. Yeah, good one. Good one, mate. All right, guys. So, did you guys notice no videos in the stream? No videos. I put the kibosh on that. Okay. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not making millions of dollars on YouTube, guys and gals. Okay. I think the most I've ever seen revenue-wise from a live stream is like $2.70 something or $2.80. Most of the time, it's little to nothing. It's under that. So, I thought let's just do away with the annoying ads because I don't like ads either, guys. So that's how we'll go forward from now. And until I hit the big times, guys. When have thousands of people watching me, then maybe I'll turn the ads on, right? Because that's never going to happen. We know I've been blacklisted. That's my excuse. Anyways, hopefully you guys, it feels better for you guys, and because obviously I don't get to see the ads on my end, but hopefully it's an improvement for you guys. Hey, Tom Hawk. Okay, mate. Please take care out there, Tom Hawk. Okay. Don't go out there and try and be a hero, sir. Just, easy does it. Sometimes, it's the slow one that wins the race, whatever that means. I've never really fully understood that one. But take it easy, Tomahawk. Fast KTM, that is not a lot, man. Yeah, I know. That's okay. That's okay. I don't push too hard here. I appreciate you guys tuning in and swinging by. I really do. Mr. Artiford, yes, no commercials at all. Sorry, I hoped you would make some money. Yeah, no, it's all good, guys. Listen, I just want to thank. There were a couple of you gents last stream that really helped me out, guys. You know who you are. I don't want to mention names or anything, but a couple of you guys were able to send some donos, and if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have got the gas, I wouldn't have got the propane, and I wouldn't have got those groceries. That was all you guys. So I want to thank you, a couple of you guys. And there was one of the first Cash App donos that I had. I've only had a couple donos come through Cash App, but one was a long time ago. But I did receive one from one of you, so thank you for that. Between those three donos, I was able to get groceries and gas and propane, folks. So thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. What else did I miss over here? Actually, while we're on the topic, guys, I'll just finish off with this. I got to get through the housekeeping or the shilling. If anybody is in a position to support the channel and help me out up here, if you look in the description to this video, guys, description to the live stream, I have a few more options now of ways to support. One of them is I think Mr. Artiford, you gave me this idea or mentioned it. I think it came from you. I discovered that my local grocery store does have a gift card. So I've put a link in the description there to a grocery store gift card. Also, my address, my mailing address is in that description as well. So if you want to help out that way, that's great. I appreciate it. And lastly, guys, there's two items that I'm hoping I could Oh, that would help me through winter here, and I've listed them in the description too. It said, I think I said items needed, and there's two options there. They're Amazon links to one is a charger, a battery charger. Right now, I'm having some struggles with, there's not a lot of sun this time of the year, and I'm trying to limit my uses of the generator. So I need a good battery charger. The one that I have now is not ideal. It doesn't have a repair feature. I think some of my batteries are damaged, have a sulfur issue. So I'm looking for a battery charger that has a repair mode. So there's a link to a battery charger, and then my computer, I'm constantly running out of space, and I think there's an issue with my hard drive. So there's a link if anybody wants to help me out with replacing the hard drive on the PC. That would help a lot, because I've been running into a lot of issues with the computer. As you guys know, it's gone down on me a couple times. My normal editing software doesn't want to work now. I'm using an open source one, which is fine. So anyways, I don't want to carry on that stuff too much. So if you are able to help, check out those options in the description. Thank you, guys. All right, moving on. What else we got here? Did I miss any questions here? You know, as some of you may know, despite what you may think, I'm not the greatest talker. And so I rely on you guys to drop the questions in and for me to feed off your input. I just had a weird flash on the computer screen. It's funny, I'm talking about computer issues, and all of a sudden I get some glitches on the actual screen. I shouldn't say any more. This computer's broken down me a couple times already. I've had my struggles with this, so please, computer, just stay running. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Any questions? So I had planned to get out and do some camping, and the day that I had planned to get up and get my gear ready and get out there is the day that I got an offer for a ride into town. That kind of came out of nowhere, so that didn't happen. And then the following day, I spent hauling items up the mountain. So I'm still going to get out there, guys. I didn't get to do that little camping trip, but I think once the rain is over, I'll make an attempt to do an overnighter again. I have a wonderful spot in mind, and I'm going to share that with you guys in a standalone video. Yeah, there's something beautiful about camping in winter. You can get away with no gear camping in the warm months, spring, summer. I mean, that's a no-brainer to get out into the woods and go camping. But winter does become gear heavy, as far as requiring good gear to be comfortable out in the snow. So where was I going with this? Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out there and getting on the gear. I used to do a lot of hammock camping in winter, but with Ranger's really difficult to manage. He's actually quite a pain in the rear to go hiking with, because he's so because his brain is his nose. It's almost impossible to keep him in one place or to stay around me. He'll smell something and disappear, and also it's no fun walking through the snow or hiking through snow with a dog on the leash. Well, it's not any fun for me. So it's a bit of a challenge with the Ranger. There is no hammock camping with Ranger because I need to have him in something. So I'll probably get the tent out with me on the next one, just so I can have that little booger with me in the tent. Okay, what did I miss here? Mr. Artifit, I'm filling it out as we speak. I'm not sure if I missed something there. Oh yeah, let me hit. Okay, let me get control of the chat over here. Sorry, guys. Let me scroll. What did I miss? No ads. We got that. No commercials at all. We got that. Family plan. Hit the like button. Thank you, Fast KTM. Yeah, we're fortunate to be, men who are believers. I guess there's a certain comfort in that. I'm not sure what you're filling out as we speak, Mr. Artiford. Okay, Fast KM. Is that you saying bye, man? Thanks. Take it easy. That's crazy, OGW. I was just looking at that 12 volt charger. Were you looking at that specific one? Yeah, I feel like there used to be a better selection of chargers on Amazon, a wider variety. But is it just me? But it seems like options are more limited nowadays. I don't know if that's a tariff thing or what, but the options for battery chargers seem to be slim. I'm really looking for something between a 20 to 50 amp. The main thing is having a feature that repairs the sulfur buildup in older batteries or damaged batteries. Right now, the batteries will charge up to 100, and when they're not charging, they pretty much drop down to like 65%. So I know there's a space there that's just, it's not holding a charge. So I'm hoping something a little more advanced will fix that. I need as much battery as possible, guys, in winter. I need to squeeze as much energy out of my 300 amp hour batteries as possible. Well, it's 100 amp batteries. Anyways. How about an external hard drive? That is the one I use for space. Well, criminal paralegal, reason why I'm looking for an internal hard drive is because of editing. I need to get something in there that I can run software on. And editing needs a fast hard drive, and I don't want to. An external one won't allow me to install my editing software, right? I mean, that's literally just a storage space. My problem is with the internal hard drive that's in there. Something's not quite right there. I think it may be causing some of my issues that I'm having. And I'm constantly running out of space on it. So it's not just for more space. It's so I can run my editing software on and from that hard drive. That's the idea. Mr. Gas, did you get your van going? Oh yeah, update on the van, guys. Not running and probably not going down the mountain. Yeah, unless a tow truck arrives up here or somebody with a pickup truck arrives up here to help out right now, while we can still get it down, it's probably going to be stuck up here till next year, March. So, that's where we're at with the van. Fingers crossed. Who knows? Something could happen. But I've done as much testing as I can. It's not fuel related. I don't believe it's fuel related. It's not battery. I think it's spark, guys, because the motor turns over just fine, but it just doesn't. There's no spark. It doesn't catch. So starter motor is just whirring, strong, seems good, but there's no fire happening. I can hear the fuel pump. So I think at this point it's spark related. Oh, and I did manage to get some of the carb spray as well in there. And started it, and that didn't help at all. So that's where we're at with that. Yeah. Same thing happened last year, guys. I know I don't want to sound like a stuck record, but last winter was a bit of a struggle fest, and it appears this winter, and it hasn't really hit yet, will probably be a struggle fest too, but that's okay. You guys know how I feel about the struggle fest. Like, if I'm not struggling, I don't feel like I'm living. That's just what I tell myself, all right? I keep on telling myself so I can believe it. That just I reinforce the idea in my head that struggling is living. That's my motto. No, all good, guys. We'll get through it. Okay. Mr. Artiford, a gift card coming from the grocery store. Thank you, Mr. Artiford. There's several options there if you look in the description, whatever you guys are comfortable with. And hey, even if you can't help out, the fact that you just share and you pop in, I appreciate it, folks. I really do. This is, it's not just the only way I can bring in any kind of revenue, but I do appreciate the relationships and seeing repeat names and having the discussion, because if it wasn't for you guys, I'd do even more talking with my dog and chickens. So I do appreciate you guys and the conversation and the questions and the back and forth, guys. I really do. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, there is also offgridwarrior.com/TV, and I stream there. We're not streaming on YouTube, but I stream on my site every Friday at same time, 6 p.m. And it's like an open chat. We get to chat about whatever we want to. It's a little more private. It's not open to public. You can create an account on my site, and I have all the data. I don't share that data with anymore. With anyone. The chat is deleted afterwards. So it's our own chat, and usually we watch a movie. We go a little bit back in time. Sometimes we watch documentaries and, we chat about it. So that's Fridays at 6 on my website. Okay. Mr. Artford, OGD Friday night link. Cough, cough. I know, guys, I'm a terrible marketer, right? I don't do a very good job at marketing myself That's a great idea. Let me type that in here, Mr. Artiford. Okay. Ranger is he's moved now, but he's sitting right over there, guys. He had his head on the table as I was typing there. Let's go. Where were we? http://offgridwarrior.com/TV. Did I type that right? Oh, let's put the S in there for secure. There we go, guys. Sign up on my site, guys, or not, and take part in the Friday streams. For those who know, that's where the real streams happen. Anyways, I gotta let Ranger out the door, folks. Hang on a sec. You know how it goes. Ranger, why? Okay, where were we? Okay, we got that one. Gift card coming. Thank you, Mr. Artiford. We got the link. OGW winter storage van. Yeah. Whoa, my screen just did a weird flicker again. Oh boy. Please, computer, stay running. I don't want to be out another 3 weeks. The last time it was the power supply went out of me. So touch wood. I got a lot of wood around here to touch. Please stay running. Okay. Maybe it's my eyes going out. I do have a bright light that's kind of shining in my face, guys, and if I don't have it, it's going to be really dark in here. But so I have to endure this light shining in my eyes. It's what all the kids do. You know, if you're a streamer, you have to shine these lights in your face to be seen. Okay. Joseph Blowmeister. Greetings. Trying to think about if we've chatted before. Hi again, you say. Well, welcome, Joseph Blowmeister. Good to see you. We've been in chat before. Thanks for swinging by. I like seeing new names, but I really do like to see the usual gang here. That's nice for you guys and girls. Thank you. Mr. Gasgas, I think I was able to get logged in on your website. Okay, Mr. Gasgas, did you receive the email I sent you where I actually made you a password? That should work and should get you on. But The website is running now, guys. If you need to reset your password, I've checked it. I've verified it with help from criminal paralegal who found that I had an issue. You should get your emails now from my site when you sign up. Or if you need to reset an email, that should all work now, guys. Mr. Artford, login successful. Awesome. 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 The problem with only having one screen too, guys. I can't check that chat at the same time. Well, I do have my tablet, but that's great. Good to know, Mr. Artiford. Mr. Gasgas, put a ball cap on to keep the lights out of your eyes. Nah, that might be a little weird. I'm not really a ball cap guy. But we're good. We're good. What else we got here? I see we have, 16 viewers. That's awesome. See a few people have dropped in just recently. You missed the video. If anybody's getting into the stream right now, you missed the video, which is the primary thing we do here. Why is my screen flashing? Yeah, we do have a 30-minute video. If you go back, you can watch the replay. For those of you just tuning in now, there is a replay. And we're now streaming at 1080p, so high tech, live from the mountain. Criminal paralegal. Friday night movie is a grand idea. I like that I can watch a movie not alone like I normally would. Yeah, I hear you. That's one of my motivations, guys. Truthfully, I do enjoy just hanging out and chatting. It's your friends that'll keep you sane. I'd like to pretend that some guy who can just spend every single waking month and year alone out in the boonies. I'm not that extreme. I do enjoy conversation. And, there's something very important about having folks you could maybe point out if you're doing something weird or you need to make changes. When you live in your own world, you may not make the best decisions all the time. That's been my experience, at least. So I'm relying on you folks. If I ever start sharing videos of me exclusively talking to my chickens for hours on end, if I decide to start sleeping out in my coop and I'm talking to my chickens all day, I'm hoping you guys would reach out to me and maybe provide some help. Maybe I'll need an intervention, a chicken intervention or something. Okay, I gotta let Ranger in, guys. He's at the door again. Yeah, talking about chickens. I still haven't had an egg for about, I don't know, guys, almost a month. Yes, I know some of you are going to say it's cold, it's winter, chickens stop laying. Well, they don't completely stop. Just, it gets few and far in between through winter months. I know that from personal experience, but mine literally just stopped laying even before it started getting cold or we had snow. They just stopped. And I tried a few things. Some folks mentioned chili flakes in their feed, which I tried, and a apple cider vinegar in their water, which I tried, and zero. So I miss having my eggs. I definitely relied on them last winter as a food source, especially with no transport. And it's going to be the same this year, but with no eggs. Or very few, well, no eggs so far. I don't know what's going on, guys. Might have to retire them or look for some new chicks, new hens next year. We shall see. Mr. Gasgas, what time on Friday night? 6 p.m., folks. 6 p.m. Friday nights on offgridwarrior.com. Kevin, this is always more entertaining than trying to find something to watch. Kevin, I don't, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I don't perceive myself as an entertainer or anything like that. So I'm glad you guys get something out of this. I do. So I'm glad you guys do. Thank you. Mr. Artiford, Google has a split screen option now. I'm not sure what is split screen, Mr. Artiford. What do you mean? Oh, running with two screens up on the same monitor. I know what you're talking about, but yeah, I've got to run because I'm an old geezer. I shouldn't really say that, but I need some space to see all this text. I'm actually looking at a lot of text, guys. The software that I use, the OBS software to run the stream, there's actually a bunch of windows and panels and things I have to watch. I can't share the screen space with a browser or other chats. I already have enough going on just this one, just on the streaming software. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it, Mr. Artiford, if that's what you meant. Kevin, I missed last Friday night by choice, but I'm here tonight. Kevin, I appreciate you, mate. Hopefully we can get you guys out next Friday. We only had a handful of folks, involved in chat. I think there were four of us maybe chatting. But I don't think my site would handle hundreds of people. I just want a good gang. A good gang hanging out on Friday nights for conversation. I'd be happy with that. So, Mr. Beerfix, have you ever explored ham radio? Mr. Beerfix, no. I mean, actually, let me show you guys something. I may have showed you this already. Hang on. So, I actually have a fantastic little handheld radio over here. It does operate on ham frequencies. So you can't really see that. It's a Baofeng handheld, and you can actually tune in. I can tune into ham frequencies with this. I can transmit as well, even though, well, I don't have a ham license, but you can transmit with this handheld as well. It also gets FM and AM stations. I've only been able to find one AM station over here. I'm pretty remote and sheltered where I'm at. I don't have cell signal here, guys, and barely FM and AM radios. But sadly, the only AM that I get up here is NPR. NPR 30 years ago, good. NPR now, not good. Anyways, so every now and again, one of my favorite things to do is tune into a late night show. If it's not too weird, it's usually NPR. So there is a lot of weird, but every now and again, I'll tune into this when I lay into bed and just, there's something very, very appealing about tuning an old radio and finding your station. But obviously, if you need to repeat if you need to transmit with something this small in ham radio, you need like a tower and a large antenna and repeaters nearby. That's not anything I do, but it is capable of that. And these aren't too expensive. I got this on Amazon probably about 6 years ago for, I think it might have been $50 or something. Really good. And if your local police station, sheriff department, forestry services are operating on the older channels, which many of them still do, you can tune into them using this. So it's almost a scanner as well. So Baofeng, and this is I can't read it, guys, but this is the super popular one. I would recommend it. This is the UV5RE Plus. UV-5RE Plus. This is the golden one, Baofeng. Anyways, this segment is not sponsored by Baofeng. Okay, what else? What else did I miss? Sorry, did that answer your question, Mr. Beerfix? Hopefully it did. Yeah, not licensed, but well aware of it. The thing is, when you're transmitting with ham, you need a decent antenna, and you need a battery bank. You need a good energy source to push out that signal. I run a very lean ship, Mr. Beerfix. Family plan. We ate one of our roosters today. I think it was your rooster's brother. Oh, poor little guy. Well, I am eyeballing that rooster, guys. Depending on how far we get into winter here and what's going on, I think the rooster will be the first one to go. I'm not wasting time with the with the quail, guys. I did that last year, and that's a lot of work for very little meat. My quail are not meat quail; they are laying quail. They are small quail, and it's pretty rough eating a tiny quail that size. It's like two little chews. You get a nibble here and a nibble here, and then it's gone. The meat's literally done. So rooster is on the chopping block. Could be, yeah. Mr. Artiford, camaraderie. Yes, I know what you mean. Yes. That's what we have on Friday streams. Why am I struggling to pronounce that word now? Camaraderie. Sounds weird. Maybe because you spelt it weird. I don't know. Yes, that's what Friday stream's all about. If that's what you're referring to. Hotel Alpha Alpha finally signed up for OGW TV. You'll be receiving your certificates in the mail, Hotel Alpha. Thank you. Yeah, Friday should be a good one. I've got an old classic lined up, folks. Ranger. Oh, Ranger's being a bit weird here, mate. Okay. Criminal paralegal. Oh my gosh, old geezer. Ranger, mate. Are you right? He's right here in my face. Are you okay? I don't know if you guys can see his snout right there. Buddy, you've had dinner. Everything should be fine. Now he's got he puts his little paw up on me like that. Like he's is there something I can do for you, sir? We're good? I mean, your food, we got your food. You need some snacks. There's no snacks for you, mate. Do you need more food? We're not going for a run now. Definitely not going for a run. Sorry, mate. Okay. Yeah. See, this is why I need you guys a couple times a week, guys. So seem to be talking to my dog a lot. Hey, buddy. Buddy, Ranger, stop now. No. Camaraderie. Right. Boomer Tech Overload. Boomer Tech Overload. What's that? The radio stuff, family plan? I mean, ham radio is definitely a viable option, if you're in a community. I mean, I've known guys over the years that are into ham radio. I mean, when you have a good setup, guys, you're talking to people across the globe, As ham radio guys, even atmospheric conditions play a role as far as like bouncing your signal around certain times of the day. You can chat to people across the globe with ham radio if you got all your ducks in a row. It's cool. It's very interesting, but let's get back here. Where are we? Sorry, guys. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Something like that. Ranger, what's your deal, mate? You need to go out. Sorry, guys. I got to let Ranger out again. You going out? He's being weird. Okay. Where were we? Criminal paralegal. He wants to be close to you. I mean, he's right in my grill. I mean, he can't possibly get any closer. Oh boy. Apologies. We're doing this live. Ranger wants attention and love. Yeah, Hotel Alpha, he has my attention all day, every day. We need actually, he needs to take a vacation and I need to take a vacation as well. So something needs to happen. My screen's blinking again, getting these white flashes on the monitor. Eesh. It's been my experience when these things start, it's usually an indicator of something. I don't know what. I do have a laptop as backup. It's an older laptop. It struggles a little bit, but hopefully we don't have any issues with this computer again. Okay. Range is jealous of your attention focused on someone else. It's totally true, Family Plan. He knows that my attention is with somebody else. He does the same thing if on the rare occasion somebody calls me or I have a conversation, he will get up. If he's laying down, he will get up and start whining, even if I'm talking into a phone. Yeah. Oh yeah, what's going on? What else did I miss there? Did you guys got anything for me? What's going on in the world? I don't know if we want to know, do we? Probably not. What have we discussed? We've got the update on the van. I thank you guys, those who helped out last stream with putting groceries in the old cart. And yeah, it was really interesting today in this weather. I think I'm not sure if Whispering Vines is still on, but I think we mentioned last stream or last time we had a chat about rain. And all of a sudden, a few days later, we were getting rain here. Yeah. I think we discussed freezing and rain and so on last stream. And yeah, I'm not a fan of this mush, guys. You know, I'd rather have one or the other, snow or not snow. Yeah, snow and rain, not good. Not a fan. Mr. Artiford, next project. What is the next project, Mr. Artiford? Winter survival? Yeah, it's just no real projects in mind besides get the rest of my beats out, guys. Yeah, we need to get the beats out, and other than that, it is going to be about survival. I think not to sound too dramatic, but that's the project. Not having a vehicle. Just that's the reality of it. No vehicle again. Winter approaching. It's going to be just about survival. You know, getting rides to town. When you live 30 miles out of town, and there's really only a couple folks out here. Getting rides, finding rides is difficult. You know, getting groceries, getting essentials. It's really just going to be that, Mr. Artiford. I know that's not very exciting, is it? Are we still on? Are we still streaming, folks? I see I have a message here from YouTube saying YouTube is not receiving. Let me know if we're still streaming, if we're still good. Is there anything I need to know about? Are we good? Can you hear me? Am I still alive? Ranger, just sit up here. Stop whining. Criminal paralegal. If you go into town this week, you should have the package for Ranger. Oh yeah. I don't know. I mean, I need to get into town, so I'm gonna try and shoot for next week again. I have been asked to help some folks out with some house sitting that are nearby. So that's going to be very different for me. I guess they're leaving town for 4 days, so they've got a bucket load of animals. There's like 5 horses, goats, dogs. I have to house sit a dog, and there's chickens that are all in different places. So for 4 days, I'm pretty much going to be dealing with that. So we'll see what happens. That's coming up soon, starting on the 11th, I think. So it's going to be very different to my normal routine, guys. The exciting thing is that there's a possibility that I may have access to running hot water. I know that sounds pretty amazing, guys. I mean, I'll house sit for running hot water. Okay, where were we? I'm all over the place right now. Oh, Whispering Vine Studio. I slipped a lot on today's hike. Had to cut it short. Have you got a little bit of ice now, Whispering Vines? Yeah. Gotta be careful out there. Gotta be careful, especially if you're on hilly terrain. I'm gonna let the ranger out, folks. Apologies. Hey, what's your deal? Don't come in for the rest of the night. Okay. Anybody want to take guesses on how long it's going to take until Ranger wants back in? Any guesses? Anybody? 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes? Okay, where were we? Well, screen's flashing again. Beats and critter sourcing. Beats and critter sourcing. Cough, cough. Yes, the critter sourcing. Yeah. Mr. Artiford, I want you to hold me accountable. If we get to the next stream and I haven't taken my beets out and started to pickle them, or if I can't show you a jar of pickled beets next stream, I'm gonna need somebody to come over here and like punch me. This is the downside to being out in the boonies doing your own thing. There's really nobody to hold you accountable, and that's what you guys are for. You guys and girls, you know what I mean. Good news, OGW. You are still live. Okay, thank you. Wow, I'm really behind on chat here. Criminal Paralegal, yes, you're still streaming. Do you live off-grid in Alaska? Wagnuiao. 8828, welcome. That's a new name. I don't recognize you. Thanks for swinging by. No, I'm not in Alaska. I'm in Northwest Montana. The next best thing to Alaska. Mr. Beanfix, all good. Thank you. Beerfix. Going to have to get used to that one. Hotel Alpha, yeah, are you still streaming? Stream is gold. Criminal Paralegal, that is the week of the 11th. Yes. I think the 11th through 14th, I am house sitting. It's not too far from here, but it's not super convenient. But that's what kind of people do up here. Every now and again, you got to help each other out, and that's the way. That's how we do it. Out in the boonies, a little bit of help, both ways, every now and again. Hotel Alpha, will you be taking videos while you house sit? Absolutely not. Not my house. I would never want somebody sharing a video of my house or me in their house. So there will be no like hot shower scenes. By that, I mean like in the cleanest, purest way possible. All right. I won't be sharing how excited I'm going to be to have water that comes out of a magical device when you turn it. I mean, I've almost forgotten what that experience is like. Wagner, we are way to it. I'm going to have to figure out a better short version for your name there. I'm 19 and I want to live in a cabin off-grid. Do you recommend it? Yeah, of course I recommend it. Here's the deal. You're 19, you're still pretty young. So I would recommend get your ducks in the row. Having an income is key. I was going to say retirement is great, but if you're 19, I'm assuming you don't have a retirement. But I would say figure out some kind of income. It's going to be needed somewhere or another. It doesn't matter how hardy you are or how many animals you plan on eating. you're going to need some kind of income. So figure that out, and you really don't need a lot. All right, it is possible to live like this. That's really one of the big ideas behind this, right? Is that you're not going to be a slave to having to earn a large income just to pay all your bills. That is a benefit of living like this. But you're going to find you're going to need money at some point. Your vehicle's going to break down. Something's going to break. You're going to need some tool. So that's the most important thing I'm going to advise you on, right? Have some kind of financial ducks in a row, unlike me. And then I would say just go for it. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you're possibly going to starve to death or break something and not be able to fix yourself. I would say learning valuable skills for this kind of lifestyle is something you can do beforehand. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do to sort of get yourself ready to live like this. One is definitely skills. I know a lot of this stuff is going to be obvious, so apologize. It's not that I think you're stupid. I'm just kind of throwing some things out there. But definitely skill building, right? I would say one of the most important skills you can have is probably building, understanding basic building, construction. You don't have to be, a wizard, an architect. Just, know how to swing a hammer, drive a nail, cut lumber, figure out basic building. Mechanical, one of my weak points. Mechanical will take you a long way when you're out here. Something breaks down, you need to know how to fix it. There is no more, when you're living like this, there is no just taking it down to the garage and handing it off to somebody. You've got to know how to do that. So building mechanical skills, important. You better be prepared to be a fix-it person. If you don't find fixing stuff interesting or appealing, then you're not going to survive very long out here. And then, of course, there's the food procurement, which I don't typically cover in this channel because there's a lot of things I do. I just don't share on the channel because I don't want to be called a tree killer or an animal killer. I've been doing this for 10 years, so there's certain topics I just stay away from and let the pros handle. But you're going to have to figure out how to get food and prepare food, preserve food, some basics there. So these are all a lot of the stuff you can do years beforehand in preparation. And one of the other things, if you're gainfully employed and you're spending your money on things like $10 Starbucks coffees, don't do that. Save that stuff, and every few weeks go and buy a tool that you think you'd need in this lifestyle. Things like a good axe, a chainsaw, shovels, picks, things like that. Things that you need to use manually in this sort of lifestyle, right? You can slowly start to buy those items, put them aside. So when you go out and do this, you have some resources. So I could go on and on. I don't want to make this whole stream about that, but those are just a few of the things. And also, you got to have the right mindset. So I'll just finish up with this. I've seen folks over the years, especially now with social media, young couples, they, stare at Instagram pictures all day of, beautiful cabins and tree houses and tiny homes. And it looks very picturesque and it looks very beautiful. What I've seen, I know a handful of examples in the last 10 years is people come with these ideas that it's easy and picturesque and everything's lovely. And then they get their first winter. Of course, winters aren't a problem if you're doing this down in the tropics somewhere, but you hit your first winter and the reality of maybe not earning a lot or having a very small income when things break down. Winters can be brutal, no electricity, having to cut your own firewood, split your own firewood. Sometimes the challenge of all of that becomes too much. And then that beautiful little Instagram picture becomes not so fun anymore. And then they leave and they go back to the city or the town because the reality of it, you need to be cut out mentally and emotionally to live with challenges. Um, you need to be right upstairs. You need to be okay with a little bit with solitude. You need to be comfortable in your own skin. If you're somebody who needs entertainment, who needs to go to a bar regularly or socialize or enjoy, trips to the cinema or the mall. Does anybody go to the mall anymore? If you're that kind of person, you're probably not going to thrive out in this environment if you need social input all the time. So these are just some things you want to consider there. I feel like I went on a long rant over there, but if you can get all your ducks in a row and you have the grit and you're cut from the right cloth to live like this, it's actually it's very peaceful. I find it very rewarding, even though sometimes I'm challenged and things can be difficult. In that, I find a lot of peace. I know that might sound weird, but I half joke when I say if I'm not struggling, I don't feel like I'm living. It's a half joke, but there is some truth to that. All right, so there is mental having the grit to do this is really what's going to make or break it for you in the end. But I would say it's very rewarding. On the upside, it's very rewarding. You're going to have moments of just sheer. I mean, I have moments of sheer contentment and happiness in the simple things. So, wow. Apologies if I went on a little too long there on that one. Wagnuio 8828. Hopefully that made some sense to you. Let me get back on scrolling here. 6 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. While I've been going off on my rant here, folks, well, it's not quite a rant, but Ranger's been whining outside. I wasn't keeping track. Let me get him. Let me get him in. Come on, buddy. Did you eat all your food? Yeah. Still got some food in there. Okay, hopefully I didn't let too many secrets out over there. Where are we? Whoa. Six minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Video is getting choppy. Not sure if it is my side problem. Looks good on my side right now. Mr. Artifit, got it, bud. Family plan. Okay, I put that on my calendar. Punch OGW next week. Yes. Guys, hold me accountable. Mr. Gas Gas. The video is still good on my side. Family plan. Thank you, Mr. Gas Gas. Gotcha. You can call me Wag or something. Thank you for the advice. I love nature and homesteading a lot. Yeah, this is how I don't want to go too. I can talk about this all night, Wag, but I believe that humans are actually supposed to live a simple life. There are way too many inputs. That's why we see so many people struggling, so many sick people, bad decisions, a degenerate society. I mean, I don't see the Western civilization getting better. I don't know. I see worrying things. I'm going to rein myself in because I can really go wild on this. We're not supposed to have all of that 24/7. We're not supposed to be bombarded by news headlines, this doom scrolling for hours on end, just like fear porn, fear porn, fear porn, fear porn, fear porn. The human mind is not supposed to be in that existence. It's very important that you bust out of that. And if there's one way to do that, it's living simply like this. When you are out living not wrapped up in that nonsense, you're paying a lot more to the things that actually matter in life. There's something very important about survival and not being too comfortable. I'm not saying it's bad to be comfortable, but this is how we're supposed to live, a simple life. So we can focus on things like family or loved ones, your tribe, your community. That should be your connective tissue in your life. Hopefully that's making sense. And so that's what we get when we live like this. We get to live a more grounded life. I see the viewers are dropping off. You see, when I start going off on these little tangent, guys, the viewers drop off. That's okay. I appreciate you guys for sticking through my little tangents. Got to warn you when you ask me these kind of questions. You guys know by now. Okay. Yes, money is a key to self-sufficient life. Wow, I really need to how can I make this chat a little bit longer? There we go. Okay, apologies, guys. I'm just trying to get into this chat where I'm at again. Money is the key to self-sufficient life. Keep in mind that you don't need lots of it, but you're going to still need it. Typing's bad. Criminal paralegal. Get a job on a farm as a farmhand, and you will learn most all of these skills. That's a good advice. Spend a couple months, or more. Yes, you get prepared for everything beforehand. Thank you. It's good advice, sir. You're welcome, man. You're welcome, man or woman. Wag. You're welcome, Wag. Kevin, very good sound advice from an expert. Well, I don't know about that, Kevin. Learn solar, water storage, gardening, animals, anything related, knowledge. That's true. Knowledge is king, guys. Knowledge is king. There's a few skills that you can take with you and perhaps make revenue or create some kind of income from when you live out rural like this. Building is one of them. Electrical, being able to do electrical work. Mechanical, very good skill. If you become really proficient, you're always going to find work or somebody willing to pay you to fix something. I'd say welding. Welding, I find in rural environments, being able to weld is a good skill to have. You know, if you have your own welder and you can get odd jobs welding, that's another good one. Think of things like that. Definitely don't assume that you're going to be going off grid, living out the boonies and become a streamer. Don't rely on that. Maybe it'll work. Okay. Yeah, because that Starlink bill is a bill you're going to have to pay, and you're going to have to make money to do that. Okay, where were we? Yeah, those are all good ones, Mr. Artiford. Most people don't most people don't give long responses like you. Thank you. Welcome. The people in the comments too, taking notes. Yeah, man, we have some solid folks in this chat over here. Good people. Kevin, he has been at this for a long time. Yeah, very long. It's starting to show. The gray hairs are hardcore right now. And I think I'm going to be all white by the time I get through the next winter, guys. Absolutely, humans are built for simplicity. Our ancestors, of course, had very hard times, but most of it was sedentary and doing natural things like hunting. Yeah. We're not supposed to be as plugged in as we are, WAG. We're just it's not, the human brain cannot work fast enough to keep up with technology. Technology is just it's running at 60 miles an hour. Humans should be at like 10 miles an hour. It's there. If you constantly try to run at 60 miles an hour, you're going to there's going to be issues. So okay. Wish I would have learned at your age. Good start. Baby steps, little knowledge at a time. Yep. Take it in. Baby steps. Enjoy it. Don't always focus on the destination. That journey is critical to having a good destination or being happy when you get there. Screen still flashing. Is that me? Is it my eyes or is my screen flashing? I'm really glad I noticed soon society and big companies are doing us all. I figured out how we lived before, and working ourselves is the best. Agreed. Mr. Gas WAG, a shortlist solar generator, small Honda generator, hand tools, a set of reference books. Books are good, very good. Always nice to have good reference books. That's a good one, Mr. Gas. Learn to run a chainsaw, building skills, get a good four-wheeler. I'm feeling all of that, guys. Yeah. Mr. Beerfix, it's amazing how different my 12-year-old is after even a weekend off-grid at the cabin. And unplugging is amazing for the body and soul. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Listen, I'm not saying all technology bad. I'm not one of those guys. I mean, clearly I use it here and it's the only way I can get groceries. But there needs to be balance. Balance important. And yeah, I think we chatted a little bit about this last week. You know, the kids that I see, pretty much infants with a tablet in the rocker, just playing on a tablet, just getting all that stream time. You know, the ultimate babysitter. A lot of parents use now. It's just like give child a tablet, and then the kids is just absorbed. It's still so early, but I know there's data. We have data already that indicates that time needs to be limited. I mean, we already know that, but I don't know. We might learn a lot more down the road here, 50, 60 years after this hours and hours of screen time for young kids. I don't want to sound like an old fuddy-duddy, but it's problematic. It's problematic. You can see it in the behavior. You know, and again, guys, I've said this before. There's a reason if you walk into a large corporation and you go and look at all the little gray offices and the boxes and people's cubicles, I guarantee you that hanging up on those cubicle walls or somewhere, you're going to see pictures of outdoor scenery. Maybe somebody's got attached in a cubicle like a poster of a mountain or an island, a tropical island, or there's a reason why people are always looking at pictures of beautiful nature and thinking, wow, there's a connection. Just looking at the picture, there's a connection. Most people can appreciate that. There's something internally that connects with that, whether it be a sense of freedom. We're meant to be in that state. That is actually where we are happiest. And so that is optimal living. Now, if you can find the balance of the two, great. But I can tell you that I was a very sick man when I lived in a city and lived in a building and had to ride a elevator up to my apartment. And I was just in that commute to work, commute home, just that loop, always being concerned about whether I'm going to be able to make the mortgage, the car payment. That's just not a healthy way to spend most of your life. And the sad thing is, guys, I don't want to sound like a downer. The sad thing is that a lot of people spend all their good years working so that they can eventually retire. And if they're lucky, they'll have good health where they can then go and do all the things that they've wished they could do. It's very difficult to retire at 60 when you've given the best years of your life, your physical years, your most productive years physically, when you've given it to a large corporation and then you get to retire, but you're too tired or not maybe healthy to now go do the things you've always wanted to do. It happens to more people than you know. It's fairly common. So I would say, if you're still young, figure it out. Figure it out. You really don't want to get to 60 where you now are living on pharmaceutical pills just to like get up from your couch and get out the door. Because it's too late. You're not building a cabin, a log cabin in the woods somewhere at that point. It's over. And guys, I'm sorry to say that, but I'm just giving this advice to the young folks. Not that there's any who watch this, except you, Wag. Think about that. Think about giving your best years to a company that you'll get very little back from and be too tired to do anything when you finally retired. Okay, with that, I'm going to shut up on that topic. I'm no expert, guys. Okay, phew, that was a lot of snow to shovel, and now I may go back into another coma before the night is done. Tomahawk, mate. Take care there, please. Let's not go back to that. We don't want you going night night. Mr. Artiford, I had to stop so much X streaming. The news would make me feel so down that things going on. I just check in now to get the hot topics. Yeah, you got to find balance, Mr. Artiford. Look, I find most of everything out there pretty disgusting, but there are some topics that I like to like to know about, and I pop in and get what I need, and then I leave. That's okay. It's all about balance, and I think as we mature, it's easier for us to figure out or have the discipline for balance. Most of us, as we mature, but a lot of younger folks struggle with finding balance, especially when you come out of the crib with a tablet in your hand. You're getting hardwired real early for that, endorphin rush as you scroll. I mean, it's good to know what's going on. It's bad to be obsessing about it 24/7. Tomahawk, wife made me come back inside, so had to stop. Lol, good. Wifey taking care of you, Tomahawk. Sometimes you gotta listen to the wifey, all right? Family plan, did your chores. Wag, only rich people live very well and happy in society and involved in city life. Yeah, Wag, I don't have a problem with people becoming wealthy through hard work and, doing good things with their wealth and living a good life. I don't have a problem with that. But I look at the realities now. Look, I'll be honest with you. I was one of these guys who was like, you're 30 years old, or you're 20 and you're still living in your mother's basement. I was one of those guys. There's lots of, and I'm not a boomer yet, guys, Generation X. I was of that mindset. It's like, get out of your mother's basement, dude. You're 22 years old. I mean, I was out of the basement. I was out of the house at age 14. So, yeah. I was living my own at 14. I wasn't living with parents. I was out working, doing my thing. But things are very different now from what they were in the 60s or the 70s or the golden era of like pre-World War II. It's not the same. There was a time where a man working a husband working a blue-collar job could buy a new house, could buy a new car, and afford all of that while his wife raised kids in that house. Men could do that. The average blue-collar job could do that. That's not the case anymore. So I've softened up in recent years when I look at some of these kids and some folks, 20s, 30s, I see people struggling. I see people that are working good jobs and they still struggle to keep up with all the bills, the insurance. I'm not talking about poor folks. I'm talking about hardworking middle-class Americans, hyper-focused or having to be hyper-focused on bills, the basics, paying your mortgage, affording your car payment, health insurance. People are struggling. So I know. I look at property costs, house payments. It's not the same. So I'm giving a little bit of leeway now for the current younger generations. It's not the same. So yeah, you've got to, sometimes you got to think out of the box too. Sometimes you got to think outside of the box. Don't get caught up into debt. That's another thing, Wag. Let me tell you, despite what society tells you, what the media tells you, staying out of debt is the most important thing you can do. Staying out of debt is the most important skill you can learn. Do not get involved in debt, especially at a young age. If you get involved in it at a young age, you're going to be involved in it for the rest of your life. When people tell you things like, oh, get a new car, it's an investment. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. A new car is not an investment, because as soon as you get in that car and you drive it off the lot, it's lost value and it continues to lose value. It's not an investment. Ranger, stop. So stay out of debt. Figure out how to live a life with less. And if you can't purchase it with cash that you've saved, don't buy it. And don't let people fool you and say, oh, debt's a business tool. You know, you've got to learn how to leverage debt and all that. That's nonsense. Well, if you're not a business guy moving millions of dollars around, it's nonsense for everybody else. Let those guys play with debt and leverage debt. You've got to figure out how to stay away from all of that for as long as you can. It's critical. The most important lesson. Going off on a rant again. Okay, I need to breathe, guys. Ranger's got his head on my leg here. He's being weird. He's like, man, I need attention. Well, I'm going to have to scroll back here and chat. Where there are two outcomes: to leave work hard to become rich, or live off grid. Just be careful about going extremes. There are quite often you have to straddle a middle ground and have best of both worlds, or be gentle. Don't go too extreme one way or the other. Just like land in the middle and then work towards the side you want to go. Hopefully that makes sense. Baby steps. Where are we? Family plan. There seems to be a strong push to interrupt young people from being able to couple and make children. Valid point. I can agree with you on that being an undertone. Family plan. Kevin, you are describing me there, OGW, wishing I would have broken away sooner. Yeah. Kevin, I understand, mate. I understand a lot of people are suffering. You hit your 40s and 50s and you've been hung with debt most of your adult life. And debt is what I like to call sometimes, debt is a fun sucker. It's a fun sucker. When you have enough of it, the fun will end and you'll find yourself just going to work to pay bills and everything else will be gray. Because you're just churning and burning. You're in the hamster wheel, spinning as fast as you can to pay bills. It's the worst thing. Debt is slavery. Okay, I'll shut up now, guys. I think you've maybe heard me go into this before, so and keep that in mind. The extreme feminism has ruined and put a strong hold on that, I think. Yeah. This is a very dense topic, guys. There's a few things here. I personally, I don't want to get involved in these topics too much on YouTube. That's why I have my Friday stream, offgridwarrior.com/TV. We can have these conversations. I'm not saying you can't have your conversations or say what you want to, but I don't get. There's a lot of things I can say, but YouTube is not the arena to get into these conversations. If you know what I mean. Stay out of debt. Got it. Yeah. What did I miss over here? Sorry, guys, I'm kind of having a little bit of an issue with my scrolling on chat over here. Apologize. Trying to get kind of caught up. If I miss anything you've said here or you ask me a question and I don't get it, it's not because I don't want to. I probably just missed it in this thousands of text I'm staring at here and panels and windows. Let me see where I was at. Extreme feminism. Lol, wife said she would do the shoveling from now. Not on my watch, she isn't. Yeah, that. I mean, unless you got a broken leg and you're bleeding out, Tomahawk. The man should take care of that. But I don't know. Maybe she likes shoveling, and that's fine. Mr. Artiford, I just got Angel, great streaming platform. I just got Angel, great streaming platform. I don't know what that is, Mr. Artiford. Tomahawk, not going to happen. I left home on my own, age 15, criminal paralegal. Guessing you're fiercely independent then. Mr. Artiford, Christ is the key. It keeps us honest and grateful. Well, I mean, I haven't always been God-fearing man. I spent a good part of my life just, I won't say degenerate, but, lost. And it's only towards the end here where I finally got through all the riffraff. I did spend like 20 years visiting all kinds of denominations, and I was always confused, guys. And I won't go down this too much, but it took orthodoxy for me to realize why I was so confused for so many years in these particularly evangelical churches. I'll leave it at that. Where were we? Family plan. I understand. Nonetheless, you must complete the process. Okay, you're replying there. Criminal parallel. Gosh, yes, debt. Once you get in the system, it takes you away on the life debt belt. Stuck in the system. There you go. You're hearing it, Wag. You probably know all this, but sometimes we need obvious things to be reinforced. You're not going to do well living out in the boonies, homesteading, if you're in debt. That debt is a ball and chain. Stay away from it. Don't get tricked into people telling you that you got to learn how to leverage debt. That's dishonesty. Or an idiot. Pardon me, folks. Okay. Kids leaving home early or being pushed out appears to have, at a system level, increased atomization of family networks. Absolutely agree, family plan. Absolutely agree. Tomahawk, I worked a job, went to school, played sports, and had my own bills and an apartment at 15 because I emancipated myself. Then community college, got my associates before 17, then joined the army. Good track. Good track. I don't have a problem with, I mean, I strongly recommend young men to, this is kind of gray ground. Service is good, guys. Service is good. I just hope you get sent to do the right things. But there's a lot of benefits, discipline and strength, not just physical strength, but mind strength that you can build up doing your service time. So, yeah. Rangers at 17. Rangers at 17 as well. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. That's what I meant by big corporations. They just want kids out of the house so they can pay everything themselves, houses, etc. So the kids end up slaving away, and companies get the money. Wag, I mean, you're there. I'll remind you. That's a lot like, I'm not going to say, guys. We'll leave that for Friday. I was going to talk about how women were convinced that don't be a slave to your husband and family. Go be successful in a corporation. In other words, Don't be a slave to your husband and kids. Be a slave to a corporation and a CEO that you'll never know, that'll extract maximum work from you for as long as possible. Because, working for a large corporation, ladies, is liberating, and taking care of your kids and rearing functional kids is bad. I mean, how ridiculous. Okay, I'll shut up on that one. I'm going to get into trouble if I go there. Anyways, yeah, let's not go there, guys. WAG, what state are you in? Okay, my kids can stay at home until they are set up. Yeah, that's something else that I've changed my ideas on too. A family plan. Because I left home at a very early age, and it was very normal for me growing up in the society that I was in. As soon as you hit 18 or 19, you moved out. You got a job and you got a little apartment or shared an apartment. That happened at like 18 and 19. That was normal. So for the longest time, I was like, that was one of the things that prompted me, because of my own experiences, was like, kid, you need to get out of the house. But again, going back to, things are very different right now. As long as you're not allowing your kid to like sit in the basement and play Xbox. I just noticed Rangers just sitting here behind me, like getting in on the action. Dude, I'm the star, okay, not you. Where were we? Yeah, I should stay away from that topic, but there you go. I'm all for like strong women that with skills and can do all sorts of things, and but that's definitely where we started to mess up the family. Okay. Ranger, dude, go and lay on your bed. I bring his bed up in the couch because I don't really want dog hairs on my bench. I know I have a dog, but I'm not a fan of dog hairs. But he's just not laying on his bed. He's chosen to... Oh, yeah, whatever. We all got our problems. My problems are pretty... princess. I've got princess problems. My dog is my biggest problem. Everything else is fine. But you're not a problem. You're fine. Put your hairs all over my chair. It's fine. Okay, where are we? Mr. Arford, what a great group. I applaud you. Kevin, WAG, you joined a truly good group to get good advice. As you witness, everyone is willing to give you advice that is all constructive. Absolutely, I'm glad I clicked on this live. Everyone here seems like good, genuine bunch people. I'm surprised. I'm thankful to everyone advising me. Okay, that's awesome. You're welcome. Rangers, stop. Dog's being very weird, guys. Very weird. Okay, back to chat. Leave me alone, Ranger. I'm sorry, Fred. Are you going to want to come back? And as there is, someone here has dealt with it at some point. Yeah, we got good people here. I'm thankful to you guys. No, we haven't had any problems yet in this chat. I don't think I'm that exciting enough for problem makers. Criminal paralegal, what did you say? Strong women and skills? Yeah, like with everything, there needs to be a balance. Strong women and skills, good. Trying to be the man all the time, not good. You guys got to take me away from this topic. We'll cover that on offgridwarrior.com. Moving on. WAG, I'll let you guys talk there. Mr. Artifit, a life partner should share the same goals. That's the most key. Oof. That's very important, guys. If there are any young men watching, I was thinking about this the other day. I mean, I think about some strange things up here, even though they don't apply to me and will never be part of my life. But here's a bit of advice I can give a young man. Good young men. If you're a degen, then you're not going to take this as advice. Red flags. I mean, there are a few, but I'm going to give you 3 here. Women, this is for you, men, young men. A woman who constantly talks about herself, is not interested in other people's or other folks. A girl who just talks about herself all the time, what she wants, how she wants it, her dreams. And if she very seldom uses or asks you any questions, or if you go into a conversation and meet her and she immediately goes into herself and doesn't bother to ask you about you, how was your day? And then, actually listen to your answer and go back and forth. Be very careful about those young ladies that are very wrapped up into self. Also, the ones that spend a lot of time on social media. If you meet a young lady and she literally lives on Facebook and posts, everything on Facebook, red flag. Absolutely a red flag. You want to meet a woman who is actually genuinely caring, maybe does service work or has an interest in helping others and is genuine about it. Watch out for these selfish ones that only talk about themselves and never ask you how you're doing. I could actually go on, but we'll save that for the other stream on Friday, if it comes up. There were a few other things, but I realized as I'm sharing this with you guys, I probably shouldn't share this here on YouTube, so we'll rein it in. Can you guys hear my dog? Can you hear Ranger whining at the door again? Where was I? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to ignore, I'm trying to read and then also ignore. If you guys are talking to each other, then I'm just going to ignore that because I can't keep track of all the conversations. I'd like to. I mean, I'll try to, but I'm probably not able to. Mr. Artiford, a life partner should share the same goals. Oh, thank you. That's where I took off and I went off on my sideways tangent. Listen, last one, WAG. If your dream is to live a simple life, maybe have some property at some point and build something and, maybe grow your own food and all that, make sure that your significant other is absolutely shares the same dream. The big goals have to be, I mean, you can have your own different goals, but the big ones, if you're going to be a unit, the big goals have to be the same. She has to be passionate as you are, or you have to be passionate about, her goals. There has to be the big ones I'm talking about. Of course, you got to have your own hobbies and things you enjoy, but the big ones, you better be on the same page. So make sure, do due diligence that you're on the same page and that maybe her dream is not just like an Instagram dream, that she's willing to do the work. You've got to be on the same page. The goals have to be the same if you're going to have success. Why do I keep on being drawn into this again? Ranger's so funny. Okay, you can hear Ranger? I'm going to let him out. Ranger, come on, mate. Well, we've covered the topics tonight, ladies and gents. Wow. We've been all over the board. All over the board. Mr. Artiford, how has the lean-to holding up so far? The lean-to? You talking about my shack? My cabin? What lean-to are you talking about, Mr. Artiford? Yes, meet a strong woman that will save your life like my wife has done for me. Good women are hard to find, guys. Most of them, well, I shouldn't say that. God, I've got to steer away from these conversations. A good woman are hard to find. You've got to be on the same page, the same goal. If you have 2 people working 2 different goals, not going to happen. You're doomed. You're doomed for failure. You can't be on 2 different goals. Okay, where are we? A big red flag when a woman has 5 dogs and lives alone in the woods. 5 dogs. Hang on, do all 5 dogs sleep in the bed with her? That's an important question. I'm new, so I'll watch your videos now and stick around for the lives. I'm sure there's not to be reserved. Hey, Wag, no problem. Criminal paralegal, yeah. Oh, family plan, gotcha. Yeah, funny. Kevin, criminal, you're describing someone you know, lol. Mr. Artiford, camping trips, local gardening classes, and hiking will tell you a lot about someone. Haha, that's true. That is true. Yeah, like I said, there's several red flags. There's 3 big ones, but I won't give you. I'll just give you one of the 3 big ones, and that is somebody who only talks about themselves. Oh yeah, Tomahawk, Mr. Artiford is talking about the Frankenshed. Oh, the Frankenshed. The Frankenshed's doing well. It hasn't fallen down yet, Mr. Artiford. Of course, we haven't had big snow loads yet, so I think it's going to do just fine. I'm pretty sure if we do get a lot of snow, though, it's going to be quite a bit of work to keep snow off it. I could have reinforced the roof a bit more. So we'll see how it holds up with big snow loads and snow being piled up against it. But it seems to be doing good right now. I'm really grateful for that space, guys. I think you guys heard me moan and drone on for quite some time about storage units and all my totes and yada yada. I apologize for those whiny days, but it's nice to have a little garage kind of to. I went from paying for a little garage to now having a little garage that I can shove all those totes in. I probably had, I don't know, about 6 or 7 years of totes sitting in a storage unit. And those totes were carted between, I think in those like 7 or 8 years, maybe 3, 4 different storage units. Yeah, 4 different storage units. They just sat for years, and I barely opened any of those totes. I still have totes that I haven't opened or don't need to go into. So, yeah, that's the other thing, Wag. Learn to figure out the difference between things you want and things you need. That's another valuable skill to learn. What do I need and what do I want? Because if you do it for long enough and get enough wants, eventually you're going to find all those wants, all those things, a massive burden on your shoulders. You're going to have to figure out where to move it all the time or what to do with it. And that stuff will just become a burden. So, yeah, learn that difference. What do you need and what do you want? It's okay to get some nice shiny stuff once in a blue moon here and there, but don't let that consumerism thing take over your life where you just have to get everything all the time. Because eventually you'll be looking at it going, why did I buy that? Okay. Criminal paralegal, maybe. Lol. Mr. Artiford, did you get the mobile camper cleaned out? Can't remember. Mobile camper. No. Are you talking about my plan B? My plan B, my mobile home. It's in a state of yeah, it's not ready to go. But there's no like garbage in there. You know. Yeah, the mobile camper is the plan B, you know. You never know. You never know. I'm hanging on to that. I did briefly consider through this struggle fest recently financially to sell my trailer, but it's like the only thing I have, and it is my plan B. The only thing is, it dawned on me that it's all fine and dandy having a little a stealth cargo trailer. The problem is I don't have a vehicle that can haul it or tow it anywhere. So things are a little bleak. Things are a little bleak, guys. I don't know. I don't know how this is all going to work out. 2 broke down vehicles. living from stream to stream, the generous donations of you guys. It's interesting times, guys. I mean, there were times when I was literally sitting in the south of France at a exclusive private club, looking at multi-million-dollar yachts, thinking I was like the big cheese. And here I am, literally thinking about how nice it would be to eat cheese. How life can change. Okay. Tom Hawk, have you used your smoker lately? No, Tom Hawk. Every time I do get to town and have a few donos, it's like I get the essentials. I always look at the big chunks of meat that I could maybe smoke, make some beef jerky out of, but like I always end up just getting essentials. It's always like the basics: 2-minute noodles and gas. But yeah, there could very well be some smoking taking place here any day now. Okay, where are we? Family plan. OGD, excuse me, got out of the storage unit rat race and now owns his very own tote storage lean-to. Little more freedom every season. I love it, family plan. Love it. Wag, in your early life, did you always know you wanted to live like this, or did you change directions completely? I always had an interest in. I gotta let the dog in, guys. Hang on a sec. Hold that thought. Ranger, do you need to go to the shelter? Do you want to go to the shelter? Huh? Just kidding. Ranger's staying here. I don't know why you're staring at me, mate. You're acting very weird. Okay. What was I getting into there, Wag? In your early life. Yeah, I've always been interested in sort of my earliest memories are I was always fascinated with sort of desert dwellers or hermits living in log homes or log shacks in the mountain. I was always drawn to kind of a survivalist existence as a young man. Even as a young boy, I mean, those are the type of things I used to play. That I was surviving out in the woods. So there's always been that sort of theme with me. And I mean, as a younger man, even starting careers and working, I was always drawn to, if I watched a movie or a documentary, it was always about like either survival or, guys living out in the woods, homesteading. I've always been drawn to that sort of genre or type of lifestyle, even as a, teenager. So I guess it was inevitable that I would someday end up there. I mean, I consider myself lucky that I kind of am living or getting to do some of that. I mean, I really do enjoy it. I don't want to sound like I'm always, hopefully, I don't always sound like it's a bit of a struggle fest. But in that struggle fest, for some reason, I have a lot of enjoyment, guys. I do have moments where I'm very grateful, a lot of moments where I feel very blessed, very grateful. Sometimes I think I share too much on these streams too. Ranger's at the door again, whining. Okay. Hopefully that made sense, Wag. I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place tonight. Hopefully that answered your question. Rule of thumb, if it must have more than one use or a specific use. Yep, that's a good rule. Good rule. Tomahawk, Santa Claus is sending you another large package soon. Santa Claus, huh? Thank you, Tomahawk. Guys, just to be clear, I know we're all kind of struggling in our own ways, but if you're ever up to just sending a card, writing a card, you don't have to send me any donations or anything like that. If you ever just want to send me a scribble on a piece of paper and pop it in the mail, please feel free to do that. I love receiving letters, even just ones I can read. I've been putting some cards up there. And so it's a card that will eventually go up on the wall there, and I eventually can have a whole bunch of cards you guys send me here. But especially in winter, I think because this winter is going to be kind of interesting, and I'm not going to be getting into town often. When I do, it would be really nice to have some cards, even a postcard, a picture of maybe you doing something cool, or just a scribble on a paper, maybe a doodle. Feel free to do that, guys. My postal address is in the description to all my streams. You can find it there. Or you could just hang out and chat here and ask me these questions. I always feel like I shouldn't be answering publicly. Santa Claus. Yeah, thank you, Tom Hawk, man. I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you. Criminal paralegal. Oh, do not cheese again. Speaking of cheese, SSH local game smoked. Local game smoked. Yes, Mr. Artiford. Yes. Criminal paralegal. Oh, that was Ranger. I got up to let my dogs in also. Lol. Yeah, this is it's driving me nuts now. I mean, he's being fed. He's got all attention. He's just sitting here staring at me, whining, slowly whining. Doing his little thing that he does. Desperately wants my attention right now. Mr. Artiford, Alone in the Wilderness, Dick changed my thought process. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the classics. I do remember the first time I watched that. I've mentioned that here, but I was literally sitting on $1 million yacht, not anything I owned, but I was sitting in a yacht, and the owner's wharf, and it was just like lone time. I lived on board the yacht as a crew member, full liveaboard, and it was one of the first time we got to the States here, and I was introduced to like 170 cable channels. I'd never experienced anything like this in my life. And so I get to the States in this big yacht. So we had a marina. Everybody's gone home. I'm living on the yacht, and they plug into cable, and I'm like mind blown because there's like what seems like 50 gazillion television options. Coming from South Africa and living in the Caribbean before that, I'd never witnessed hundreds of television channels. So I do remember sitting in a yacht, big screen TV, watching Dick Pronicke. So even though I was living pretty good as a young man, earning a great income, and tax free in an offshore bank account, I was just fascinated whenever I could to consume anything about living in the woods. I think you guys have heard that story. Apologize for the repeat. Okay, yeah. Family plan. As a cruel joke, we could all send in package of American cheese slices to the PO box. America, guys. When I say cheese, I don't think that. Buddy, can you move? Can you move? There's no one here. There's no one here. I need you to relax. Okay. Can you relax? Breathe deep. Breathe out. See? Isn't that nice? Nobody. It's nice. Hey. Okay. I don't know what sort of image you guys are getting. Ranger, can you get down? The window's closed here, guys. He can never see out here. He's getting in front of you guys and me. He knows he's got to be in this space right here, guys. No, your bed is no. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna mute it. Apologize, guys. I'm probably the most unprofessional streamer ever. Stay now. I don't know where I was, guys. Yes, cheese. Yeah, it's American cheese that thin stuff that tastes like plastic. Here's a little experiment I want you guys to do if you have that cheese. Take a lighter and hold a piece of cheese and try and melt it. It remains plastic. It'll burn, but it remains plastic. It doesn't melt like cheese. So I think they need to remove the word cheese and just call it something else, because that's not cheese. We're covering all the topics here. You see, I mean, we cover it all. We cover it all here. There are no taboos here. Tomahawk, don't be shy. Send mail to. Hey, Tomahawk. I think you and Mr. Artifit are going to have to be. I'm going to have to employ you guys as my in the marketing department. Yeah, guys, that's my mailing address right there. You're too good, Tomahawk. Is it right? Is it the correct address? Yes, it is. Where are you originally from, OGW? Yeah, originally I was born in South Africa, left South Africa when I was 13. I've been out and about quite some time. A few careers, some were good, some I just choose to forget. Some are blurry. I can speak Dutch, pretty similar to Afrikaans. Yeah, well, I am Dutch and Afrikaans are very similar. Very similar. If I can speak Afrikaans pretty fluently. I'm out of practice, but I'm pretty much bilingual with Afrikaans. A little. I used to be able to speak. I won't say great French, but I had to learn French too for a short period there. But languages is one of those things. If you don't use it, you lose it. If you're not talking it, but yeah. Mr. BFX, got to run some dinner going. Great to see you all. Have a great night. Mr. BFX, good to see you. I appreciate you, mate. Really, I do. And good to see you. Good to see you. The name's still kind of, throwing me off there, but good to see you, sir. Have a good week. Tomahawk Ranger is on the lookout for bears and such. Lol, yeah. Well, I don't know if I mentioned this guy's last stream, but I did have a bear. I don't know, what is it now? 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. I did have a bear up here at the gate, right at my gate. You guys have seen it in the video. Ranger was going berserko, and I had to take. I had to bring out the boomstick again. That's probably about the third time I've had to bring out the boomstick to make a point. I don't really want to shoot any bears, guys, either. That's not my thing, but I prefer them just to kind of move on. Problem with bears is once they get a taste of something, like if you have food out or garbage, which I don't, I'm very careful about leaving anything out here. The problem with bears, though, is once they know there's a food source or they get a little taste of something, they'll keep coming back, and you have to put some hurt on them somehow. I'm not saying shoot them, but you have to maybe pepper with some light buckshot, some bird shot. Again, this isn't any kind of advice. I don't know why I feel like I need to cover myself with attorneys. That's, we live in such a litigious society. The amount of times I hear people just making a common sense comment, and then they follow it up with, this is not financial advice, just to cover themselves from lawyers who like to sue you for all sorts of things. Where was I going with this? Such a litigious society. We have to cover everything that we say now. It's redunculous. I was going to use the other R word, but it's getting all kinds of heat right now. But I totally forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, you have to really disturb a bear, put a little bit of hurt on to discourage it, because they will continue to keep coming back once they know they've tasted the good life in your trash cans or something. They like to come back to food sources. Hotel Alpha, a big old dog. Yeah. Were you referring to Ranger? Okay, where are we? Criminal paralegal, Mr. Bufix. You got that, Mr. Artiford. I get local made American cheese in a block, sliced, and it melts. Okay, good. That is the ultimate test for cheese, gentlemen. If it doesn't melt like cheese should, if it remains like some kind of weird plasticine goop that just burns black but doesn't actually melt, not cheese. Some people are going to be hating on me now. I know it's sure. I know there are folks that love that kind of cheese. I gotta let Ranger out again, guys. Then we'll probably start winding the stream down. I'm sure you're pretty bored of me by now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start disciplining myself with these ultra long streams. Just the generator's running to support all of this, and it's just like gas going. And as you know now, I'm wondering, like, when will I get into town, and how will I time that to get gas? Will I even be able to get gas? How do I get to town? So, but I know. Princess problems, guys. I could be living in a large city underneath a bridge with a needle stuck in my arm. I mean, that'll never happen, but I don't have any real problems up here. Just, there are no such thing as problems, just solutions. I know, it's one of those cheesy sayings. I think I first heard that in some business course that I took, seminar. We had one of these gurus, business gurus, how to improve the market chain and productivity and yada yada. And this guy was full of these fairly dumb quips and ideas. I digress. Yes, because he was on top of your computer. Yeah, I apologize, guys. I'm very unprofessional here, having my dog take over the show. I don't know what sort of view you got with him here. Hopefully it wasn't too obscene. Mr. Artiford, it's more yellow than orange, like the store-bought stuff. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Artiford, I'm not judging your cheese, man. I'm not judging your cheese, bro. Each man to his own cheese. Yep. Anyways, what is the time, folks? I'm definitely getting these flashes. I'm now wondering if it's just my eyes or if it is the screen. This is something that happens here every now and again. 8:36. So we've been going 6 to 7 to 8, 2.5 hours. Wow, we're killing it. Killing it, folks. Yep. And getting these weird, I know. I'll stop talking about these weird flashes of light happening on my screen here. It doesn't seem natural. Maybe my people have come for me and they're taking me up. I don't know. Maybe it's an early indicator that I'm going to be beamed up. Kevin, this has been a really good night and very active chat tonight. Thanks for stream OGW. I'm going to sign off. Good night, everyone, and be safe. Kevin, mate, good to see you. I hope all is going well for you, sir, and you're ready for the cooler months coming up here. So it's good to have you. Good to see you, Kevin. I'm always you are part of the gang, and I do wonder if we're going to be seeing Kevin tonight. So thank you, bud. We'll see you next time. Mr. Artiford, have you ever put a barrel inside and melting snow to put it for water storage? Oh, I'm very limited with space in here, Mr. Artiford. It's a tiny cabin, and I already have a lot in here that I bring in for winter. There's no real ideal space for bringing a large barrel. I've thought about it. I did bring in, before I emptied my water barrels outside, before I was concerned about things freezing and my water freezing outside, I did pour some of that water from my barrels into 5-gallon buckets. And then I bought those buckets in here, and I have like 4 stacked up in here. And I'm pretty maxed out here. As much as I like cozy living, it can get very overwhelming in here with just a few items on the floor. You know, I don't want to be that weird guy you hear about or see videos of who lives in some kind of hovel with just a little pathway between the bed and the kitchen. I try to avoid that situation. So, yeah, just limited space, Mr. Artiford. You know, 4 or 5-gallon buckets in here is as much as I can put, and it's an inconvenience already. I've got my water jugs, my drinking water jugs. There's 4 of those that I bring in here so they don't freeze outside. So, you know, there's a little bit going on in here. Maybe someday I'll show the inside of the cabin, but I don't know about that. There's some things I like to keep personal. You know, I can't stream my entire life. I got to hold some cards close. And besides, there's, you know, all kinds of dead bodies laying around here. I don't want you guys to see those. That's a joke. That's a joke. Okay, YouTube, that's a joke. Everything's fine. Criminal paralegal, 8:36. Good night, everyone. Okay, family plan. Good to see you, mate. Even though you popped in late, you know, I'll let that go this time. All right. You know, I don't appreciate tardiness, family plan, especially from you, sir. You know, it's be on time. Thanks, family plan. You have a good week, sir. Tomahawk. Okay. See you Friday, Kevin. Yeah. Hopefully, we see him on Friday. Mr. Gas. I think I'll call it night. Need to work on my shed in the morning. Good night, all. Mr. Gas. Thank you, sir. Another original gangster. I appreciate you popping in, sir, and being a regular. You have a good week. Hotel Alpha. You guys are all very good people, man. It's good to. I'm glad to have you part of the gang. Tomahawk, Gooder, Pepper Jack, Summer Sausage, and a lot more is on its way from Hickory Farm. 2 packages. Enjoy. Tomahawk, mate. You're spoiling me, sir. You're spoiling me. We definitely need to keep you alive, Tomahawk. Mr. Artiford. Haha. Okay, guys. I think we're gonna land this. We're gonna land the chopper. We're gonna dock the ship, and I think we're gonna call it a night. It's been a good one. Almost 3 hours here. I'm sure you guys have something way better than to listen to me. I honestly sometimes wonder why would you listen to me for 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours? But I appreciate you guys. And Friday night will be the site, offgridwarrior.com/TV. Yes, I need to get some things done before bed. Night, kids. See you Friday. Cheers, Mr. Artiford. Okay, guys. Tomahawk, who's left here? Have a great night, OG. Hotel Alpha, good to see you too. Thank you so much for that handwritten card. It is up there. I don't know if you've seen it. The big one. You're taking up some big space there, Hotel Alpha. No, you probably can't see it, but you recognize it. It's the big one. Hand drawn. Thank you. Yep. Nice. Okay, who else we got here? See you, Hotel Alpha and Tomahawk. What the heck with the delay? Yeah, I think there's usually a delay here, Tomahawk. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's mediocre, sometimes it's really delayed. Out of my control. It is a date, Friday night. Yep. Thank you, criminal paralegal. look forward to see you Friday night. It'll be a good movie. Hotel Alpha. Or yes, I see it. Okay, guys. On that note, I got to boogie now. I see there's like 10, 11 people left here. For those of you who have just been watching, hopefully your intentions are good. I understand. Sometimes, I like to sit on the sidelines too and not partake. And I like to just watch. Actually, most of what I do is watching. So, thank you, anyways. Those on the sidelines there watching with good intentions. All right. We're going to call it a night, guys and gals. I'm out of here. I'm going to be forced to push this button. Dog is outside whining. So we're going to stop streaming. Cheers.